Hello, and a midweek greeting from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. I find myself having a series of Columbo moments this morning. Let me get this straight. The Secret Service, one of the most advanced cyber organizations on earth, just can't seem to find these texts on what was internally the worst and most divisive day in American history, and they can't find them except for one. Folks, let's introduce some logic into this, because this, as they say, strains credulity. Clearly, this is a cover-up. Clearly, this has to do with trying to hide the content of those texts. Nothing is permanently erased. We know that. And so we're told that because they're introducing new phones, they can't retrieve anything off the... I got an idea. This is how you do it. Take the old phones and give them to the wives of all of those Secret Service agents, because I guarantee you, they'll figure it out. I guarantee you. So, let me see if I got this straight. Steve Bannon thinks it's just going to be open mic night, and this judge is just going to let him say anything he wants to. This is pretty clear. You got a subpoena, you ignored it. Your Nazi butt is going to jail. Let me get this straight. Le Grand L'Orange, after all this time, is still pestering election officials in Wisconsin about the 2020 election. That boy just ain't right. And apparently you can't block traffic in a demonstration against the recent overturning of Roe. Can't do that. You end up getting arrested. But all this time, and continuing now, it's always been okay to block entrance to legal abortion providers. Oh man, I don't know. And sports. We don't know for sure, but there's some leaked information that indicates that Deshaun Watson may end up with less than a full year's suspension for these serial egregious violations. And when you compare that to earlier suspensions, there is no proportionality here. He should be sat down for the year. And I say this as somebody that used to really like Deshaun Watson. But the NFL's going to cave because Watson and his attorney are threatening to file a suit in federal court. I don't get it. All I can say is that all of this really, really stinks. I'm having a Columbo moment, and I'm also having a Harry Nilsson moment. You put the lime in the coconut, and it makes no sense. We do want to invite you over to radicallyrational.com. We've got a special podcast that we've re-racked. It's the one with legendary Rock and Roll Hall of Fame drummer Danny Seraphin, the original drummer for Chicago. And this interview just blew the roof off. I hope you'll check it out. I also hope you'll have a good Wednesday. We're Radically Rational.